Hello, the internet. This is Gav here with my top 10 most embarrassing musical failures. Starting here, in no particular order. Now, this, if you don't know what this is a guitar player's best friend. It's called a capo, or a capo if you're from America. And I was playing in church once. I went to pick up my capo to put it on my guitar, and as I squeezed it, it exploded and bits of the capo flew across the room. Now, I did actually have the music in front of me, so I could have played it without the capo, but the song that I chose had a lot of chord changes. It was a brilliant song with a descending bass line, and it was really hard to play without a capo, and somehow we got through it, but it was absolute car crash of a song. That's my first one. Now, this one is a classic. Often in churches, there are songs where you have a male and a female part. The male will sing a bit and the female typically would echo. Or no, not always. And I decided to pick a song with a male and female part for a small house group. And I think I just forgotten it had a male-female part. It was a classic old hymn, actually. A song that goes, God of glory, we exalt your name. You who reign in majesty. It sort of goes on a bit. The chorus, male part that you should sing, goes, in power resplendent, you reign in glory, eternal King, you reign forever. That's what the men are supposed to sing, and the women are supposed to go, when it goes, in power resplendent, that's the women's bit. You reign in glory, eternal King. Eternal King, you reign forever. And I think you all come together on that, you reign forever. But for some reason, I'm leading the song, and I sang the female part. So instead of going, in power resplendent, you reign in glory, I went, in power, in power resplendent. And there was a couple of women there, and they just looked at me like, what are you doing? And I didn't realise what I'd done until the end, and someone explained to me that I'd sang the female part. Terrible. Is anyone listening? This one is pretty shocking. Played a gig down in good old Weston-super-Mare. This is no reflection on the whole of Weston-super-Mare, but it was a bit of a reflection on the landlord of the pub that I played in Weston-super-Mare, and I'm going to keep that pub stum. So we were playing a gig, and it was the first set. We didn't have enough songs to play as a full band back in the day, so we just played it, me and my mate, acoustically. And it wasn't going great. People weren't really listening. And so the landlord, who'd obviously had a skinful of various illegal substances, came over and said, oh, can I sing with you? And we were like, well, what? Before we could even say yes or no, he was like, oh, do you know, I can't even remember what the song was, but I didn't know it. So then my mate, he said, oh, do you know the jugs don't work? And I was like, well, yeah, okay. But it was like, that's a bit of a drab song. And we thought, well, it's not a great idea to play that one. So then my mate suggested, well, do you know Babylon? So I was like, yeah, all right. So we started playing Babylon. He absolutely killed the song, coming in at the wrong point. Later in the same gig, in the second half, when we were playing with a full band, he came up to me and he offered me drugs. He said, oh, do you want any drugs, you lads? It was in the middle of a song as well, even nicer. And I was like, no, thanks. And I did stop to think at that point, what about the song Drugs Don't Work that you referred me to earlier? Anyway, I'm sure he's a lovely guy most of the time, but on that night, not the best behaviour, sir. Now, have you ever forgotten the words to a song? I'm sure that's never happened to you, but happened to me. And I was leading a song. It's a really lovely church song. From heaven you came, helpless babe, enter no world. I messed up the chords there. Your glory veiled. And it was going all right. And then I went to the third or fourth verse, and I could not remember how it went. And so it was like, and regarding inside. And I had a singer next to me who was following me, which is a terrible combination, and it was horrible. Really not good. Now, I've got a Christmas hat on for this one because this was a Christmas disaster moment. You know the carol, Hark the herald angels sing. Now, I was not playing that one. I was playing Once in Royal David City. Now, they're quite similar, actually, if you think about it. The problem that I had was I started playing Once in Royal to the tune of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And I couldn't stop playing the wrong tune. So I played a whole verse of Once in Royal David City to the tune of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Try it, it doesn't work. I got to the end of the verse and I thought, what am I going to have to do here? This was a carol toddler service. It was pretty informal, it was pretty chill. People were pretty gracious. So I just stopped, made a joke and said, oh, I just played the wrong tune there. I started the song again and did it again. And then I was like, what the heck am I going to do now? Fortunately, one of the singers who's near me just sort of belted out the actual tune of Once in Royal. And by the end, we got it, but it was awful.